Hey, welcome to the Nika Said podcast. And if you're new here, I'm Nika Williams, a planner girl, mom to an 8-year-old husband, and a die-hard Atlanta Falcons fan. At the end of 2016, I was happily fired from Amazon, which jumped off this online journey. After signing 2 clients within 10 days and booking out my services as a virtual assistant, I was thrown as the Facebook queen and Coach Nika was born. All that to say, I'm a virtual assistant and a VA coach helping women realize they don't have to choose between work and their family. You can have both. And if you're looking for financial freedom while also having family focus, this is the podcast for you. You'll learn how to grow a business that fits into your personal life and not the other way around. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Nika Said podcast. And today we're going to dive into a topic that I feel like all women struggle with in so many different areas in their lives. And that's attempting to maintain, juggle all of the things without losing yourself, mind, and your purpose in the process. This was definitely something I struggled with for many years after having my son and shortly after learning he was showing signs of muscle weakness, which later was diagnosed as cerebral palsy when he was only 1.5 years old. Now imagine, at an almost 21-year-old young mother trying to first adapt to motherhood, now being thrown an additional ball in her court to tackle this diagnosis early to help her son get the services he needs to not fall behind. 21 juggling college and its changes from high school, juggling not only motherhood but a special needs child with a zillion of appointments and still trying to hold down a 9 to 5. There were so many things pulling at me that I just wanted to shut down and call it quits. But I had this baby boy looking at me every day for not just his necessities, but also hope and faith that I would be capable to give him the best life he deserved, no matter what obstacle was thrown at us. So I had no choice. I had to make it work, just like my business, because it was the only thing that would provide me the freedom, finances, and ability to still focus on my family. But with all of that, routines, schedules, and habits became my best friend. My family and friends look at me as the planner girl because that's the only thing that allows me to handle all of the balls that I'm trying to juggle. And after I got into the groove of finding the routines that worked for me and my family, we not only were able to maintain, but we started to grow. My son was hitting milestones, my business was growing, and I still had time for self care. Let's just say I'm finally at my happiest. If you're juggling kids, a partner, a job, social life, self-care, and still want time to be able to pour into your business, then keep listening because I'm going to dive deep into what has helped me sign high-ticket clients as a virtual assistant while not missing a school event and still able to party on the weekends with my family and friends. So number 1, identify your priorities and your goals. Okay, first we need to figure out what's important to you. What are your non negotiables and what do you want to do but never seem to have the time for? This year, I wanted to make sure I poured more into me. So I made a goal to read 12 books this year, journal daily, and lose a few pounds. In my business, I wanted to sign a few services clients, but primarily pivot into coaching. And I even set a goal for my kids. I really wanted my goals to be well rounded because if you're anything like me, business and money can take over my goal settings real quick. Number 2, set check in periods. This is a huge mistake that a lot of women, especially in business, make. You don't check in with yourself enough. You sit down at the beginning of the year, set some goals, go hard on them for the first few weeks, fall off, and never look at them again until the next year. That will never work, especially if you're wanting to track the progress and growth in your business. You need to keep an eye on your output. If not daily, for sure, weekly and monthly. I set daily habits for things that I want to build a muscle around to incorporate into my daily process, like journaling, pitching, working out, etc. So I check in on those things at the end of the day. And things like recording and releasing podcast episodes, YouTube vlog videos, mini trainings, and inspirational content, I plan for the week and I have a weekly review on Fridays to see how well I did. What works well, what needs to be adjusted for the following week. Number 3, schedule in time to celebrate. Oh my God. This is so important, but very easy to put off because who celebrates keeping their word to themselves? This is just something you should do, right? Yes. But you haven't always done that, because if that was true, you would have built the business you dreamed years ago. Like the times you wrote it down as a goal last year and the year before that. So, yes, girly, any progress you see yourself making, celebrate that shit. And I don't mean fake celebrate. Hype yourself up. Get the bottle of champagne and bask in the gratitude and be proud of yourself for doing it different this time. A little hack I have is to celebrate with others. Who is going to turn down a mini party? They might not understand the gravity of it, but all you need is some high energy. That's why it's so important to be around people that get it, that understands what you're going through trying to build a business when more than half of the world is working in corporate. That's why my girls sign up for coaching with me. Yes, the strategy, the templates, and the worksheets are a bonus, but community, accountability, and peer support is what takes virtual assistants from struggling, inconsistent clients and income to multiple 5K months and beyond. If you're called to taking your virtual assistant business to the next level with strategies and processes that work for you, then shoot me a DM on Instagram at Coach Nika to go ahead and grab a free profitable planning session with yours truly, where we'll deep dive into identifying the holes in your business and the strategies you can implement to see the growth in the next 30 days. But until next time, keep working, babes. Thank you so much for joining me today, and make sure you check back next week for another amazing episode with actionable tips to grow your online business. In the meantime, leave a review and let me know your thoughts on today's episode. And if you want to see what I'm up to, check out my Instagram page at Coach Nika. Come hang out with other women on the same journey in the private free Facebook group, the Virtual Assistant Club. And remember, every day you're one step closer to the dream life you want. Keep going, girlfriend.